Good evening. My name is Amir Bowler, and I want to show you the genogram that I made, basically about my family, going back to my great grandparents. From the top left, it's my great grandmother. She was a beautician. Um, she was married to my great grandfather. This is on my mother's side, by the way. Um, he was a military and retired veteran. Um, they had one kid. Her name was Myrna. It's my grandmother. She was an accountant, and she had two kids. She married my granddad, who was a veteran and a manager, and he a manager at Sears, and um he was a bus driver. Um, and then they had two kids. One was my aunt, was a police officer and a self-defense instructor, and my mom's a retired teacher. And to go to my father's side, my great granddad, well, this is on the top right, and my great grandma was farmers and sharecroppers. They had my grandmother, she was a teacher's assistant, and then my grandpa is kind of like a street guy, but he also was a retired veteran of the U.S. Army. Then they had my dad, who's he retired from the military after about 30 years. He also worked for the Pennsylvania Department of Transportation, and he married my mom. And they had four boys. One's a barber, one's a project manager. I'm a juvenile court counselor, and my younger brother is an accountant. But before my dad married my mom, he married someone else and had two kids from them. My brother and sister, who was a bus driver. My brother and my sister is a fashion designer. What I learned about this, what I wrote about my family from the genogram, is that basically, like, throughout generations, like me and my brother is kind of like the first generation that's kind of got college degrees and was able to make, I guess, a little bit more money than the history of my family, career-wise. And I didn't really, I guess, let's see here, didn't really see I guess, too much growth. I also see that only people that stayed together was my great grandparents. My grandparents, they both divorced, and then it kind of like, it's like I skipped a generation. But my mom and dad stayed together, and they've been together for over 30 years now. So I definitely see that from the genogram. I kind of see like, little trends, like, I mean, we had teachers and our family accountants. People who definitely served in the military, but none of my brothers or sister, we haven't served in the military. Even though I thought about it, but just never did it. And my dad and my mom kind of really never wanted none of their kids to join the military. Yeah. I don't know. There's really not too much. So I appreciate you guys for listening to me, and for looking at my family's history career-wise. All right. Thank you very much.